Welcome to the Free Game Don D podcast, life, family, and business. Yeah, listen. Today I got my guy Jermaine on the podcast today, man. We're talking about LeBron James, man, and the whole situation with he was defending his kid, and there was a big thing on social media about that, and we had some strong opinions on that. So, Jermaine, what you got, man?
Well, first, thanks for having me. But, initially, like I said, we spoke about some things about LeBron James and just, I guess, fatherhood more so than anything. I think people first thought it was like more so him trying to defend his child. I think as a parent, when you look at that, I don't think you're trying to defend your child. It's just you feel a way when somebody's speaking of your child in an ill manner.
Yeah.
I got all sides of it. The Stephen A. doing his job, LeBron need to sit back and let his son grow. And I understand every side. I just still feel like as a parent, and I got kids, you have kids, it's certain things you're gonna say about my children, and I'm gonna have to address it.
Yeah, I mean, LeBron's probably he's definitely the first NBA player. He's probably the first athlete, period. This is uncharted territory to where your dad is a superstar and then your son is also playing in the same league.
Yeah.
I mean, this is crazy, man. So, you can talk about his game, but watch how you talk about my kid. You know what I'm saying? So, far as personal stuff, right? You can talk about, like I said, you can talk about even me. Like I have a son, he's playing ball. You want to talk about his game, that's one thing. But if I feel like you don't like me, like Stephen A., like he doesn't, you can tell, like there's some animosity there, in my opinion. So now I feel like you're taking shots at my kid. You know what I'm saying? Then I gotta go home to Savannah. So he's going home to Savannah every night. She probably like, so you're supposed to be the king. If you're the king, why you ain't handling this? I mean, I don't know what kind of pressure he's dealing with that, you know?
I've seen Stephen A. Smith talk about it post, I guess his first thing he said on ESPN. And I guess there is more to like, I guess their relationship. I guess there isn't one there. Mm-hmm. Apparently, this is nothing we knew before,
sure.
Right? Which makes it even worse. Like if you know that, then like why are you even talking about kids anyway? Like,
yeah. Like if me and you don't vibe like that, I'm gonna keep my name out your mouth, right?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I thought it was disingenuous when Stephen A. Smith was like, well, you could have just reached out to me. No, I couldn't because we don't rock like that. Like so come on, man. So you can't say you should have reached out to me and we could have just talked man to man. I don't respect you. So I'm not gonna reach out to you about nothing. But you know that already.
I think I like to call it like media semantics. People do that in media a lot. Like they use these media tactics. Like, oh, you could have reached out to me. No, I couldn't have. Like how I'm gonna do that?
Right.
Because I reach out to you, you don't respond. The next day you on your show saying like, and he said that one time. He's like, well, I got calls from LeBron's team telling me da da da. But they already warned you already. Like,
right, for sure.
Like, hey, let's relax, and you still took it a step further to do what you wanted to do.
Right.
But I think it's a fine line between like doing your job and actually like just making something personal. And I think in leadership, I know we see a lot like, or management rather, like when a manager don't like a bad manager, doesn't like a associate or an employee or something like that, a lot of times they'll use their power to do things like, but they're going to mask it as management. I could easily say, well, that's within his job. That's within her job. But like, why I'm only giving it to this person? Right. I can do things where like I'm masking it. And I think Stephen A. Smith is doing that. They don't have to talk about LeBron James. Like,
right,
he's not,
for sure.
And I don't have no problem with Bronny, but he's not doing anything for us to talk about on ESPN. Like in the G League, he's killing the G League. Don't get me wrong, but in NBA, he's not doing anything. He's in for 5 minutes. Why are we talking about him?
For sure. Like you're not talking about any other G League player.
You're talking about a 6-man. You're talking about a great role player. This is Bronny James.
Bronny James.
Not for what? They won the game. What are we talking about him for?
Yeah. If Bronny's dad was someone we didn't even know, we wouldn't even be talking about Bronny, right?
It's a few of them right now in the NBA that we don't talk about. Like, Kenyon Martin got a son in the league.
For sure.
We don't talk about him.
Don't say nothing about him.
Scottie Pippen got a son in the league. He's doing well. We don't talk about him. These are greats, and they don't talk about none of them.
Yeah, so I think that's probably part of the problem. Like, dude, you just talking about my son all the time, talking about how he's and I think here's the thing I've noticed too, man. And I was chopping it up with my guy, Ken. I know you know Kenton.
Yeah.
And I was just saying, it's funny how a lot of these fathers, and I'm just gonna say, especially black fathers, they're getting attacked for being fathers. whether it's LeVar Ball, because I felt like LeVar Ball caught a lot of slack with his boys.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, like, really? Like, that's what we're doing now? We're attacking men that are, are uplifting their sons and promoting their sons. I don't understand that, so.
The kids say DTM. I don't know if you know what that means, but I mean they do too much. So you're doing too much. You're doing too much. But a lot of times, I think people looked at LeVar Ball as doing too much because they never seen a father be a father.
Ooh,
he's doing everything he need to be doing. But we used to like bare minimum that we'll accept that.
For sure.
And it's foreign to a lot of us for a dad to actually go above and beyond. We still used to mom doing all the time that. When a dad doing you doing too much. Sit back.
Wow. And not that fathers. Some fathers probably are doing it. It's just not as public. So LeVar was kind of all out in the open. LeBron is all out. LeBron like, my son is better than 50% of the guys in the league. I'm like, man, Bron, you tripping? It's okay, but he's advocating for his son.
Hey, but you know what? I don't know if he said 50%. That's crazy. If he said that though. But I will say. Bronny is better than some people in the league right now. Like I've seen him play. He's better than some. A lot of them, no.
Really?
But I understand what LeBron was saying because there are people in the league that's not good. Like,
that's true. That's true.
As far as like putting in the work,
true.
like it's like how they approach the game. They might not come to practice all the time. They're around these players that's just getting a big check. There's so many people that got big. Look at Paul George. No disrespect to Paul George. He's a good player, right? But he just robbed the 76ers this year. He didn't approach that season like an all-star from the very beginning to me.
Facts.
You got, Draymond Green. He's a good player.
Ben Simmons. You talking about stealing money?
Like he ain't shot a field goal tip in 3 years.
talking about stealing. No, you are right now. There's a lot of players in the league that are definitely stealing. So like, why are we talking about Bronny, man? And so I thought LeBron had an opportunity to say what he had to say, and I think that he took advantage of it. I think that was calculated. LeBron is very smart. So that wasn't like some random stuff. I mean, he saw you sitting there and he approached you.
From a parental standpoint, I don't know like what you're familiar with, but I like that like on site. I love on site. Like when I see it, I'm gonna address it. I don't care. So I don't know what half it was, what quarter it was before the game. I don't know when the game was going on that he did that, but from the video, like he saw him and he just got up.
That's what it looked like.
He saw him and it was no question. It was no second thought. Saw him, got up, and approached him. And I agree with that 100%.
Me too.
Because I might not see you.
I might not see you again. Why?
Or I might not see you in a setting where I can do that.
And listen, D, like I don't rock with you. So when I see you. I may not never see you again because I don't rock with you like that. So if I happen to see you, it's on site. Yeah. We're going to address what you said about my son. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about him playing ball and all that stuff. We talking about all this extra stuff. Because he said some crap about, well, LeBron needs to be careful on dealing with his son. LeBron know how to, listen, this is my son. You know what I'm saying? You can talk about his game, but don't talk about how I'm dealing with my son, okay? So just stay out of that, So I just, Stephen got, he got what he got.
I think people are saying like Stephen A. Smith was doing this job, which I get it. His job is the sports analysis. So he's supposed to analyze the sports, analyze the game, tell about the game and things of that nature. His job isn't to be the decision maker of who should be in the NBA or not.
Facts.
And a lot of times those conversations are goals like that. Like, should he be in the league? That's not what we're here to talk about. Talk about the game. If the game is bad, it's game is bad. But they've never talked about that to nobody else. Should he be in the league? Should the be in the league? No, it's like why when it comes to Bron be doing that though? Like they only do that with him. I can't even tell you who the rookie of the year is this year because I'm pretty sure it's a rookie out there balling right now, mad as hell. Like, yo, why did he talk about Bronny for? He in the G League, But I couldn't tell you the rookie of the year because they talk about Bronny so much. I know it ain't Bronny.
It definitely ain't Bronny.
but from the coverage, it makes it seem like you should just mess up. They talk about you,
right? For sure. No, I 100% agree, man. And I don't get it, man. I ain't knocking. I ain't never really been a big fan of Stephen A. Smith. In full disclosure, but like I say, it's some of the media is it's different now. I think back in the day they would just talk about sports, and now they get all in your personal stuff, and it becomes more than just sports now, right?
It's like TV has integrated. We've got reality TV, so like I don't care what you score. were you out with that girl last night? It's like, I play basketball, bro. How we talking about
Yeah,
this
for sure. So now it's love and hip hop. It's love and hip hop NBA.
Love and basketball for real.
love and basketball for real. There you go. Love and basketball for real. That's what we're dealing with now. You know what I'm saying? It's not just, it used to just be sports and talk about the stats and
it's
what
so
they're
much.
doing.
Even courtside stuff. You can't even be on courtside just minding your business now.
Nah,
like,
man.
You
can't
never
do
know when the
nothing.
camera going to be on you. Remember, I think, what was it? Jaylen Brown, when he picking up Bronny.
For
he
sure.
was saying that Bronny wasn't like he was two women just chilling.
For sure.
Young, rich black guy. Just chilling with two women.
Yeah.
Minding his business. But he talking to them and like, you can't even do that in peace no more.
Nah, you can't do anything, man.
That became headline news.
What's the cat with Minnesota? Man, they own him now about
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
Are y'all in this man, personal business when it comes to how he deal with, his baby mamas, whatever. You know what
one
I'm
thing I
saying?
like about that is he's still balling.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes people let the outside get to them. He is still
for sure.
cooking.
For sure.
No headline has stopped him at all.
Yeah,
yet.
that's what I hated about Tiger. I used to, Tiger was the reason why I was watching golf, but he let that chick, she just took him out.
Hey, but you know what? You need them Tiger situations to get like the Anthony Edwards situation. I feel like sports players used to really get down about like headlines and stuff, and now it's like they could just play through them.
Well, I think they're kind of lucky now because back then, like even when the Tiger headline hit way back in the day, we think about that. Like it stayed there. Now it's like Anthony Edwards hit
3-day rule.
If that, it's gone.
Somebody gonna mess up somewhere.
It's gone. So we're on from Anthony Edwards. We on from LeBron James. We were on from all this stuff, man. It's like stuff you got a few days and it's on to something else. So they're kind of like in a different climate now. So they're kind of lucky because nobody stays on anything a long time. So that's been kind of working out to their favor. But no, I thought when I saw it live, I was like, because I watched the Lakers game. I'm a big LeBron fan. And I was like, I didn't know what was going on, but I was like, this real? I thought LeBron was going to put hands on this little dude, man. But it looked real aggressive. And I don't know what he said, but it sounded like he said something to the effect of, keep my son's name out your.
It did seem real Will Smith-ish from the Oscars.
Yeah, for sure.
But I for me, when I seen it, the first thing I thought about, and when I seen it on YouTube when Stephen A. Smith spoke about it, I thought about this. He was like, LeBron, as a father, I am pleading with you. I just want to stop right there, first of all. Like, I don't never need another father to plead with me as a father.
As a father.
Because I like everybody, they do their stuff with their kids, but anybody gonna fall like I'm fathering. Like I don't well, who are you to plead with me as a father?
As a father.
Like you talking about the same father who got my son in the league? The kid's taken care of? Been carrying it this grown man league since I was a kid for 20-something years?
I think it's one thing to say, listen, LeBron, I'm pleading with you, do X, Y, and Z. But when you say LeBron, I'm can't even get it out. I'm pleading
like
with
me.
you. I know, right? LeBron, I'm pleading with you as a father. Bro, hold up, man. I'm a father. I don't need you to. You don't went too far. So I don't think Steven understands. He keeps saying, LeBron came to me as a father. Like, dude, you making it worse. Just stop saying that. Just let it go.
Like, plead with me as a Laker fan. Plead with me as a basketball player.
For sure.
Plead with me as a ESPN, anchor. Don't plead with me as a father.
No,
like,
don't do
who
that.
Are you?
Man.
Who are you to do that? And I think that's when, once again, I call it media semantics. Like, it's certain things you could say in real life. You could say with like underhanded compliments. It's like I'm gonna say something that's going. I can mask it as like it's a good saying, but I'm really disrespecting you.
Oh, for sure.
And it happens so often. I think even him saying like I'm pleading with you as a father, like
it's disrespectful.
Yeah, like how I'm gonna take that?
Yeah, and he knew it was disrespectful, man. Steven didn't know what he's doing, man.
But I can mask it as I'm a reporter. I'm just doing my job.
Yeah. These people got you going out of your way to chastise certain players, and you ain't chastising everybody. You're only chastising certain players. And I remember hearing Barkley talking about, they always talking about the Lakers. People always talking about, listen, man, this is what when LeBron lead the NBA, they're not gonna have nothing else to talk about because
it's be a sad day.
It's gonna be a sad day for the league because he is the only thing to talk about. Now he got his son. I can't even imagine the joy that man feels getting his son. I always say this, man. If my son has to start from the bottom, I didn't do my job.
I like that.
So I'm not mad at LeBron for getting his son in the league. That's what a father or a mother is supposed to do. Any advantages that I have, I'm supposed to be passing those down to my child. If my child has to start from the bottom, that means I didn't create a foundation. I didn't do my job. So I don't get it.
That kind of go back to what I was saying earlier, though. Like, it's as foreign to some people.
Oh,
because
yeah,
it's in to start from the bottom.
Oh,
it's a whole hit record.
Yeah. Especially, I hate to say, especially in our community, but
you're right.
I'm gonna take a chance to say that anyway. Hopefully, I don't get beat up too bad about that. But yeah, our community, I've heard too many times. Well, I'm not gonna leave this or leave that because I don't want y'all fighting over this or that. What? You wonder why certain ethnic groups, they get trust, they get stuff set up, and they start with a foundation, but we start from the bottom, and we wonder why the wealth gap continues to grow. So I'm not mad at LeBron James, man. One thing I love about LeBron, I love him as an athlete, but what I more so respect from LeBron is who he is as a father and a husband.
Yeah.
To me, that's something that other black folks can look at, or anybody, but I'm just speaking about my people. We can look at that and say, hey, that's something to emulate. That is something to be proud of. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how you think about, Michael Jordan, all this other kind of stuff about who's the best, that doesn't even matter, man. The way this guy is conducting himself is as a citizen, as a businessman, as a husband, and as a father. I mean, the dude, I know he's kind of injured now, allegedly, but then I see you with Bryce games, so now I'm like, okay, I ain't mad at you, Bron. You taking games off to go to your son's games.
Very strategic.
All of a sudden now you got an injury and your son is in the championship game. I ain't even mad. I'm just not mad.
And I don't want to make it sound like we just love LeBron and like he can't do no
but
wrong.
We do.
He can do wrong. I get very upset watching the game sometimes.
I ain't seen it.
But I will say this, like, you think about it just carrying the lead, but even what you said, like, he's even playing at a high level and still strategically taking games off to be there with his family and still come back to the NBA. This is a young man's league, by the way.
We're never going to see this.
And dominating 40-point games, triple doubles.
It's crazy.
And then like you said, like, this is off the court and on the court personality. Like, we've never seen seen somebody be the best player in the league and also be like the best role model. Like Mike he's the best player, but they had things about him like, oh, he do this, he do that. Kobe had his own little stuff. LeBron, you just never seen it before.
You never seen it, man.
Like, that's somebody you could really say, you could put your son in front of him and say, you look him as a dad, a father, a basketball player, a friend, a husband. Like, it's so many things you could say you can patent your after, and you can't do that to other athletes.
No other athlete. Dude, let's think about it. Before he went out on the injury, we know that Shai is the front runner. MVP, out of OKC. Shout out to Shai. Mm-hmm. But LeBron, LeBron was right on his right on him. Because with LeBron, you got to take into the fact that this dude is 40 years old.
At 40.
He's 40. And before we got Doncic, he really was the best player on that team. Yeah. Which is why I'm so glad they got rid of AD, because get out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to play center. You don't play center, then you 7 foot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we want to play, right?
Get out of here, man. You want to be point guard? So I was so glad they got him up out of there, man, and got LeBron, somebody who actually, because Luka a dog, man. Yeah. So I'm so glad that LeBron got that, man. But the whole Bronny thing, it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I'm like, man, this dude done everything right, man. I'm not saying he hasn't done something we don't know about, but that's the good thing about it. We don't know about it. Mm-hmm. So whatever it is, it is what it is. But I love what he's done. And all these years, 20-something years in the league, oh, man, we ain't going to never see this again,
I've seen people saying like, well, you're supposed to let your son learn from this, or he got to take his own beatings or whatever. My thing with that is, I don't think that Bronny was looking at the comments and like crying about it. Like, he's in the league. Let's just start there. Right? He's fine. He's good. He's taken care of. Like, whether he succeed or don't succeed, like, he's fine for life. So I'm pretty sure his worries are a little different than anybody else's worries.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Aside from him feeling away, I just feel like when you look at LeBron and 20-something years in the league, he's carried the league for a long time.
A long time.
Like, so even if you are supposed to give some kind of just due, I don't see the problem if it's LeBron. Like,
no.
He's such a big figure in our league that we're talking about his son who's not playing well.
Come on, man.
As if he's an all-star. I'm thinking of some all-stars. The guy from the Pacers, Halliburton, whatever his name is. Like,
Halliburton,
I don't know his name. You know what I'm saying? But like, we barely talk about him. He kills every night.
Yeah, every night.
Talking about Bronny though.
Yeah, talking about Bronny.
Russell Westbrook is a great addition to the Nuggets.
He really
Bronny,
is.
though.
Yeah,
this is
really
a future Hall of Famer.
Yeah, for sure. Nah, so just I just when I seen it, and then I knew it was going to take off and become viral, but I didn't have a problem with it, man. I just didn't.
I think it's a teaching moment though. Like I think when people was talking about it, because I just want to say this: some people don't hate LeBron. So like, if you hate LeBron already,
oh yeah,
I've seen it all every year, no matter what he do. When he lose, they love it. When he win, it's an adderage to it. Like, oh, he got this, he got that.
Oh, yeah.
But he can never do enough to certain people's eyes, because they just like him.
It's the Jordan thing.
And with this, I just feel like Bronny can learn another lesson. Like, I feel like you can learn, like, okay, well, even as a dad or as a father, like, it's certain things you're just not gonna accept.
Yeah.
I don't think it has nothing to do with Bronny's feeling, but your kids are always watching you.
Your kids are always watching you. LeBron
He's the king.
LeBron is
the kingdom always watching you. The whole
LeBron
kingdom
is setting an example to his sons
Yeah.
on how to protect their sons.
Yeah.
Right. One day they're going to have sons. Don't let nobody be talking crazy about your sons.
Or just draw a line, because I do feel like people don't bring this up at all. But let's say this is the first incident we've seen him address media that way, right?
We've never seen him do this before.
Okay, he's been in the league with 20-some years,
Yeah,
since
for sure.
03, 2025. So you mean tell me one time him stepping to somebody is like it's the end all be all? No, his son's done seen it for 22 years.
Right.
Him take the high road. It's okay for one time to be like, hey, look, we ain't going for that.
We're not doing that. You know
that's not basketball, so we're not going to do that.
And his thing, he didn't care about Stephen A. and Barkley and the rest of these guys talking about him. Don't talk about my son. Like, don't or how I should father. I think that's really the biggest thing. Like, you talking about how I should father my son. Yeah. Like, come on, man.
I'm pleading with you. It's insane to me. Just don't plead with me as anything.
LeBron probably told, I'm pleading with you. Keep my fatherhood and the way I'm fathering out your mouth. Okay, that's the only thing that I'm gonna plead with you on. So
which is insane, because you think about, if you're gonna talk about your fatherhood, like it's a lot to talk about. Not just the fact that my one son of two is in the NBA. But I got another one that's playing great in high school. I got a daughter who's doing amazing. Like, if you're gonna talk about it, talk about it. Don't just
for sure
talk about this one thing. Like,
right.
And it's a good thing. Like, okay, my son's in the NBA. Now what? It's a good thing. I mean, I can't see no negative to that. My son's in the NBA.
It's nothing negative.
He
about
played
that,
for the Los
man.
Angeles Lakers.
It's just, like I say, and I hate that. And I guess when I see the criticism that LeBron has got with that whole situation, I just immediately thought about LeVar Ball, because I used to have arguments with, Ken and some other cats about LeVar Ball. I just was like, dude, I'm gonna need y'all to get up off of BBB. You know what I'm saying?
You had the shoes?
Big baller brand. Did I have the shoes? No, but I would have. I mean, let me stop lying.
Yeah, but you could have if you wanted to. I don't know what that was about. Yeah. that was very insane, quick with it, but it's all good.
Don't always tell somebody lying. I would have. I'm lying. So
the tone just got too high.
I know, right?
It just peaked in the microphone, which is insane.
Yeah, man. No, I wouldn't have bought them probably, man. But I respect the fact that he wanted to create his own lane with his boys, their own brand, and he was, I just respect. I respect brothers and sisters who are trying to create their own lane. I just respect that. And that's what I saw with LeVar Ball. And I look at LeBron, I mean, he's creating a legacy with his children. I mean, Bronny signed an $8 million contract with the Lakers, man. Bronny ain't got no worries, man. Bronny don't care about none of this stuff, man. This was all about LeBron and you questioning his fatherhood. And that right there would get you hurt. Questioning another, especially a man that has done all of this for his children. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be honest. Even me, I'm not LeBron, but don't say nothing about me as a father unless you want these hands, right? So that's just how it works. I mean, and that's you. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot of parents.
Yeah, it's personal.
That's personal.
I don't have no choice but to take it that way.
Yeah.
If I don't, then I feel like I open the door for everybody else to do it.
Yeah, come on, man.
Which I also feel like I seen Dwayne Wade and Carmelo talking about it. It was like, well, you could look at it as a form of respect. I mean, that's another media semantics. No, I'm talking about Stephen A. should. The fact that LeBron addressed him.
Right, for
because
sure.
he could have addressed everybody. He just addressed that one person.
Right.
But I do feel like you start from the top and,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Stephen is at the top. I mean, let's just, when it comes to the sports, analysts, I mean, he's at the top. You check him, the rest of y'all going to fall in line. I'm not going to be going after some of you smaller people. I'm going to check Stephen A. because he's the loudest. You know, Stephen A. got a loud mouth. He got a big microphone. So look, just keep all the personal insults about, you know, because to me it's an insult. You trying to chastise me as a father? Like, come on, man.
And even if he was doing, let's say he was doing his job, right? Let's just say that for some reason, you know what come with it. Like you on a mic every day talking. We talking right now. If I was talking about something local and I say something about somebody and they want to address me, I know what come with it. I just got to stand on whatever I'm talking about. So you shouldn't say, well, I guess depending on where you come from, but you just shouldn't say things that you don't mean anyway.
Facts.
And I don't think he ever meant to be like, I'm pleading with your father, because who are you to plead me as a father?
For sure. I'm sure
I don't
he
know.
didn't look at it
Like we
that.
don't know your fatherhood background.
For sure.
Like we can't get your
I ain't
your
never
father
seen none of your
facts.
kids, Stephen
I ain't know
A.
you had kids. I'm not
Me
being
neither.
funny.
I ain't seen none of your kids. So I mean, like, come on, man. So
And just to be frank, like he on ESPN every single day, 5 times a day. I just don't know how much time he spends with his kids. I see what LeBron doing. You know, I see him. I get to see that. I'm not saying that LeBron's better father. He's better father. I don't know.
Anything.
But at the same time, I wouldn't talk about it because I don't know it. You know,
right. You don't
if
see
I
it.
did, I feel like if he saw me, I would have to stand on what I'm saying. Like, you know, you're not a good father.
Yeah,
but
man.
I can't plead with Stephen A. Smith as a dad. I'm pleading with you as a dad. You know, take a week off of ESPN and go talk to your girls. Like that don't sound good. You know, it's disrespectful.
Yeah.
No matter what tone I say it in, it's like it's disrespectful.
That's what I think about. Like people will say, well, it was the way you said it. No, it's just the fact that I said it.
That's it. It's just
if I say something that you don't like, it doesn't matter the tone. you don't
write
like
it on paper and then give it to them.
They still ain't gonna like it. What you wrote to me was disrespectful. Your writings were disrespectful.
It's all caps.
No, man. We wanted to chop it up about this, man, because we thought that was just kind of crazy, man. Stephen A. I don't know what he was thinking. I have no idea. I mean, he doesn't need any clout or anything. Or maybe
he got
does.
the contract. I mean, I don't know.
He just got the big contract, so I don't understand. I don't know. That was just weird to me.
So that was funny too. You know, the day they announced it, the day that happened.
Maybe that was a part of the contract.
Life met you fast, man. Life met you fast, man.
And I guess if they gave him that kind of money, they probably want him to stand on business. But we need you to double down on what you said. We gave you $100 million. We want you to cause more controversy and create more attention. I don't know, man. I don't.
For somebody that was doing the job, it ain't like he did a lot of talking when LeBron was in front of him. I don't know.
He better not.
6'9", 260 is.
Come on, man.
That's, all muscles.
That's real, man. 6'9", 260. Nah, I'm good, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm cool.
But I understand that. I don't believe in talking about somebody parenting unless you going to address them first.
Nah. I ain't gonna talk about nobody's parenting. And if I do, we're gonna have something like face to face with them and say, hey man, you might want to take a look at this. You know, I'm gonna be very careful about it. You know what I'm saying? I
would be curious to want to know like what people thought Bronny was going to do when he got in the league. I never expected him to be LeBron.
No. LeBron is doing Bronny. I never thought Bronny was that great. I thought he was
decent.
He was decent.
Yeah.
You know, but this kid was in college, man, dealing with some health. Dude, he had a heart issue when he was at USC. I mean, come on, man.
Which is odd, because if that's anybody else, he get an ESPN story, 30 for 30.
Where are they now?
You know what I'm saying?
They're definitely gonna be in the NBA.
Yeah, it's just, but because it's LeBron's son, like you got to, I guess, score 30 points a game. He's not gonna do that.
Yeah, shout out to LeBron though, man. I love what he's doing. I sincerely do, man, and I'm proud. I stand on business when it comes to LeBron, man. So I get called all kind of LeBron stands, all kind of. I get attacked so much for defending LeBron. I don't do it on my public page anymore. My wife be, she be clowning me, but it's okay, man.
I'm a big LeBron fan too. It got its days, it got its up and downs.
Yeah. It's been tough. Like when they played Dallas in the championship, I was like, bro, you had to like a little.
Oh, dude, I almost had a few fights. I was getting upset.
I done had some meltdowns.
And then Game 6 was so bad. It was just like it was horrible.
It was terrible.
I was getting. I wanted to fight everybody. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, man, it was terrible.
That's the only time he ever got in trouble again, because he called everybody broke after he lost.
Oh yeah.
Which that was funny to me.
It was.
That was funny. Well, y'all broke. How about that? That's just funny to me. Other than that, he never said nothing bad about it. He never had no issues.
Yeah.
The decision, and then I guess the Stephen A. Smith thing.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. No, we're big LeBron fans, man. Yeah, we just didn't really like it as fathers, as two active fathers who are very active in their kids' lives. I immediately just got on the fatherhood train. Like, man, I don't like this. I didn't like that at all.
And not to disrespect nobody, like, I don't want to be like Stephen A. Smith, but I did feel like, just in my heart of heart, I feel like if you don't agree, like what we saying, I just feel like I feel like you're weak a little bit. Like you just kind of weak.
Oh shoot. Damn.
I just feel that. I don't feel like how a parent can allow somebody to disrespectfully talk about their kid and feel like, well, my kid got to handle that. That's your job.
And now I did have a coach ask me, one of my son's coaches, he said, Don, let me ask you this, because he posted about it. He was kind of on the board with what me and you were saying, but he would say, well, let me ask you this, Don. If your son got chastised just for, sports related stuff, how would you feel? I said, I'll be fine. My son is not above being chastised. I actually expect his coaches actually to be hard on him, just the way I would do it. You know what I'm saying? But, just if you start, but if you got beef with me and it's coming out through my son and how you critiquing him, then yeah, we might have to have a discussion or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I said, but just chastising my son based on his abilities, I don't have a problem with that.
It's a way about it. Like you can say, okay, well, he got to work on his jumper. He got to work on this. Not he should not be on this team. He's horrible.
Right.
He sucks. No, you can't say that. Like it's not. He's nothing like his dad. Like what? No, that's not basketball talk. That's personal. That's jabs.
Or let's take this. Like Donald shouldn't have his son up here on this team, man. If Donald, I'm pleading with you as a father, get your son off the team.
I'm telling you.
Next thing you know, I'm going down to Richmond County, and I was just trying to watch the game, man. Messing around with you, man. And I'm not even like a helicopter mom or helicopter dad or none of that kind of stuff. I expect for my children to be criticized, and Donald's playing sports. He's the first kid out of 3 to really be heavy into sports, and he got trainers and all kind of stuff, man. And so and shout out to all his coaches. Shout out to Shine and Coach Carter. He got some phenomenal coaches. Overlook Skills Academy, Coach K. Wright. They doing a great job, and they be on them, man. They be on them. So I don't think that him, coming at Stephen A. Smith had anything to do with him expecting his son not to be criticized for his play. It's like me and you said, and I need fathers to understand this is about you coming to me and questioning my abilities as a father and what I'm doing for my son. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. And see, because it's LeBron, we get hit with you just a LeBron fan and blah, 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 and all this other kind of crap. It ain't got nothing to do with that. But I'm coming to this strictly, it's all about fatherhood for me. When I first saw it and then I heard what it was about, it was all fatherhood. I didn't get into none of that stuff about LeBron being the GOAT, none of that kind of stuff. It ain't got nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Once you start messing with my kids or questioning my parenting, really, all that GOAT stuff all that's out the window. You know what I'm saying?
But like I was saying earlier, if we know we don't have a good rapport, whatever the reason why we not cool, something personal or whatever, we don't get along, we don't speak, we don't have a relationship. Mind you, you're the top in your field, and your field is entwined in my field. I'm the best in my field. We don't have a relationship, so something wrong there anyway. So talk around it. I don't know, but like I also feel like if we both know this, and you just saying extra stuff, I feel like you playing with me now. I feel like you doing it on purpose.
For sure.
So then when I see you, I just
I
just make sure you meant that.
Yeah, because when let's say me and you didn't rock, or and I get on my podcast, you get on yours, and you say something. Oh, but Don X was dude. How now? We don't really, we ain't cool like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So talk. Get on your sports show and do what you do, man. But why are you?
And even in media, people bring up people all the time that I don't get along with. I don't say nothing at all. I don't ask questions. I just okay, cool. And I go to the next question.
Right.
I don't sit there and be like, oh, and say something like underhanded compliment. Right. That ain't my thing. Because I don't want to deal with none of that, But I know what come with it if I was to do that. I expect them to say something.
Right.
So I don't know. I think Stephen A. just kind of sometimes in front of microphones too. People get superpowers. Like you talk, you in this microphone, they just feel like I think he feel like he's 6'9", he's 6'9", 260.
Clearly.
He think he's LeBron, but he's not LeBron. He might be LeBron in his field, but he's not LeBron. And I think he just.
I don't even know if he's LeBron in his fields, but I don't want to.
Nah, he's the best. I mean, just like LeBron. I think LeBron's the best, but people like Luka. People like.
But are you the best because you got the biggest contract? I mean, like, I'm not a fan.
I think he approached it. I think he give up a lot for what he do. Like I said, I ain't seen him with his kids.
I ain't never seen a Stephen A. kid ever.
I assume he giving his all. He be in L.A. At 6 o'clock. Then at 10 o'clock he over here and he over here. I assume he approach it well. He speaks well. He usually has some facts to back it up.
Speaks well. Speaks
all right. speak better than me. I mean, you know, I ain't saying a lot. So.
No, I ain't messing with you, man.
But I mean, I like his approach, and he's changed the game. He changed his feel a lot. Like he's very iconic in his feel in that sense. I think. I mean,
I just need him to keep LeBron's name out of his mouth. So that's just the bottom line for me.
Yeah, I see you say LeBron security on there.
I know, right?
He going into you.
That's how I feel, man. I love that guy, man. My wife, it took my wife to tell it. She should just, I love LeBron. I just love what he stands for in community. I love what he's doing with the charter schools. I just love everything he's doing and getting his kids in the league. Now, if he's still in the league, which is very possible, and Bryce gets in there, and you got LeBron, Bronny, and Bryce on the Lakers, that's going to be crazy, man. That's going to be crazy.
And I feel like somebody who came in the league at 17, 18 and carried the league for how long he carried it, and as he's been carrying it with no smut on his image at all, I think he deserved it. He deserved to play with his kids. I mean,
that's crazy.
I feel like he's probably the only player I've seen where, like, I feel like sometimes he's bigger than NBA. I feel like if he went somewhere else and just played somewhere else, that's where everybody gonna go and watch.
Yeah,
he can go to Big Three tomorrow. We watching the Big Three tomorrow.
He watching the Big Three.
Yeah,
is the Big Three still around?
Yeah.
That's still a thing.
Maybe it is.
I don't know.
Ice Cube, he supported Trump, so nobody know nothing now. So
yeah, they done with him. He canceled now.
He went to perform. It was a good day on a bad day. So
he done now. Him, Snoop, and anybody else. So
yeah, seriously.
Amber Rose, all of them, they done.
They doing interviews now on Club Shay Shay, so maybe get back in good graces. But I did feel like, you know, with that, it's just a learning moment for everybody, whether it's be LeBron, whether it be his kid, whether it be Stephen A. Smith. I did feel like Stephen A. Smith not always wrong, but I do feel like he did a lot of media semantics with talking around stuff, and you know, you gotta pay for the things you say.
Yeah. Listen, you're free to say these things, but you're not free from consequences because of what you said. So
that ain't in your rights.
Yeah, that's right. That's not
you got
your
the same
rights
as me. You know what I'm saying? So freedom of speech. I got some things I want to talk to you about.
For sure, you got freedom of speech, but not freedom from consequence.
Yeah,
you know. So it is what it is.
I don't like what he's done though. Stephen A. Smith. Like, I don't know if you've seen or if you watch him at all.
I don't.
But afterwards, it's like he changed his narrative a little bit. So he's talking more aggressive.
Yeah,
I thought that was very strange.
Now I did see that. I saw he did something.
It's so strange, man.
He did an interview, I think, with Rich Paul and some other cats, and
I seen it in Gilbert Arenas.
Gilbert Arenas, yeah. And he's just a little bit too aggressive to me. I didn't really like that.
I just want to know where that was at on the court. I'll be fine on the court. You know, they had like a little back and forth. I could see it now. Yeah. I'm like, he just said okay and sat down like a little puppy.
Like, man, what, Bron?
He got like Brown. He had like a black turtleneck. I'm like, what do you got this on for? What, you taking over New Jack City?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like that was very strange to see him in that. You 100 million ESPN. Like what are you on?
Yeah, come on, man.
You're a tough guy now. Yeah. Like.
You're not gonna risk your job, bro. You know what I'm
Get
saying?
a security guard if you're gonna talk when you're talking. Because he should have security.
And he might have had one.
It's LeBron, right?
He might have had one close by. There was another, when he stood up at the game, I saw it was a brother.
Yeah, I did see that, yeah.
So I wanna, you know, say.
But you know what's funny? You know, when it comes to your kids, you don't care.
No, you definitely don't. He didn't even see that brother. So LeBron didn't pay that no attention. And the security guard was looking away. If that was a security, he didn't want no smoke neither. So
he probably got fired. 100%.
Why you talking about that man kid, man?
I know, right?
Guys, listen, man, we're going to wrap this up, man. We just had to kind of talk about this real quick, man. Shout out to Jermaine. He had posted something on social media about it. And I was just like, man, listen, we might need to chop it up about this, man, because I think we're both passionate as it pertains to fatherhood. And so we immediately took it right to fatherhood. All the rest of that stuff we didn't really pay attention to. It was about fatherhood, and this guy has done an exceptional job as a father, meaning LeBron, meaning Jermaine as well. And so we just had real feelings about what we saw transpire. So we just kind of wanted to talk about it real briefly, man. You got any parting words, Jermaine?
That's what to say, just to add on what you said with the father thing. And notice how in that post I didn't go back and forth with nobody because I respect people as fathers. Well, I'm not arguing online. I got a whole podcast. For sure. I don't talk about something. Turn my camera on. That's number one. Number two, I post and go. I'm not arguing about it. So if somebody come with this long paragraph, I'm gonna like it and say you're right. That's always my thing. You're right. Because I mean, I already said my point.
For sure.
You posting a paragraph ain't changed my mind at all.
Yeah.
You know. So
yeah, my and he might get mad at me if he hear this, but my wife's dad, he's always, you know, commenting on my stuff, and he's just always got something to say opposite of what I'm saying. I'm cool, man. When I say what I said, I'm done. I will go and heart your stuff and say, even on even on the podcast, on the YouTube, somebody said something, negative or whatever, I'll be hearting it and I say, thank you for watching. I keep it going. You know what I'm saying? I am not going back and forth with anybody. Thank you so much for jumping on the reel and watching, and thank you. And I'm gone.
That's what this is for, though. Like, dialogue. So if you want to message me and say, I want to come on the pod and talk about this, I'm probably going to say no, but at least you said it, and we can have more dialogue in the messenger, I guess, maybe. I don't know.
Not even, man. Probably I don't have time for that, man. So I said what I said. I'm done. Thank you for jumping on my post, and I'm going to give you a heart because it doesn't cost me nothing to give someone a heart. That's so I give everybody a heart, and I just kind of keep it going, man. So, y'all on to me now. That's what I'm doing.
You right. That save you from a lot of conversation.
A lot of back and forth. You'll be done spent 5-6 hours going back and forth with somebody writing paragraphs. Man, we're not finna be exchanging paragraphs like that. So that whole LeBron thing, when I saw it, I said, man, shout out to Jermaine, man, because I liked the post and I seen some of the comments.
Real Dad's new.
I got up out of there.
The comment section, I ain't gonna go into, but yeah, comment section let me know. I need to know. So
yeah. For sure.
Real Dads knew what I was talking about.
For sure. Real Dads, man.
Part-time stuff on there.
Yeah. Real Dads, man. Hashtag Real Dads, man. We know what's up, man. Yeah, listen, man. This is going to conclude the episode of Free Game Don D, Life, Family, and Business.